Weakness is a silent killer. It steals your opportunities, your respect, and ultimately your life. Every missed deadline, every moment of hesitation, every indulgence in comfort chips away at your potential. Most people believe they can rely on motivation, inspiration, or bursts of this. It hides in procrastination, inconsistent habits, and small compromises that seem harmless until they compound into failure. You've experienced it. The delayed project that cost a promotion, the half-finished goal that eroded self-respect, the constant inner battle with distractions that drain Excuses are weakness disguised as rationalization. Adherence builds mental toughness, reinforces self-respect, and conditions you to operate with precision even when circumstances are challenging. Over time, your personal code becomes an unbreakable framework, a source of internal authority that elevates every aspect of life. Comment below with one rule you will add to your personal code today. Like this video if you're ready to enforce structure over chaos and join the 1%. Application also involves mental reframing. When faced with a challenge, ask, how can I use this to improve, adapt, and dominate? Transform frustration into strategy, stress into preparation, and fear into motivation. By consistently leveraging discomfort as fuel, you condition your mind to remain calm under pressure and to act decisively where others hesitate. Weakness shrinks in the presence of deliberate pain. Resilience grows exponentially. Daily practice reinforces mastery. Schedule tasks that test limits. Reflect on the growth achieved through adversity and track progress relentlessly. Over time, pain becomes familiar territory and discipline becomes automatic. Challenges no longer intimidate, they energize. Your ability to endure, adapt, and act under discomfort becomes a defining characteristic of unstoppable individuals. Comment below with one challenge you will deliberately embrace today. Like this video if you're ready to turn pain into power and join the 1% who weaponize discomfort to forge ruthless discipline. Your environment is a battlefield, and every element either strengthens or weakens your resolve. Weakness often creeps in through subtle triggers, notifications, cluttered spaces, indulgent habits, or toxic influences. Left unchecked, these triggers erode focus, discipline, and authority. The difference between those who achieve relentless success and those who stagnate is their ability to control external influences. Discipline is fragile when left exposed. It is fortified when the environment is intentionally designed for peak performance. CEOs, elite performers, and military leaders understand this principle. They meticulously structure their surroundings to minimize weakness and maximize control. Desks are clean, tools are organized, and digital distractions are eliminated. Meetings follow strict agendas. Personal interactions are curated to avoid negative influence. Even physical spaces are designed to reduce stress, improve concentration, and support high-level decision-making. Every detail is deliberate because the environment shapes behavior more than sheer willpower ever can. To apply this law, begin by auditing your environment. Identify the triggers that consistently derail focus, invite procrastination, or weaken discipline. This may include social media notifications, unproductive routines, toxic relationships, or even cluttered workspaces. and systems. You transform discipline into a weapon that operates without pause, fatigue, or doubt. Comment below with one system you will automate this week. Like this video if you're ready to make discipline effortless and join the 1% who operate with unyielding efficiency every day. Discipline without measurement is directionless. You cannot improve what you do not monitor, and you cannot enforce ruthlessness without visibility into your actions. Quantifying performance keeps weakness exposed and ensures accountability. The elite understand that success Military leaders use measurement systems to optimize performance, holding themselves accountable to standards higher than any external expectation. To implement this law, start by identifying the key metrics that matter most to your goals. These could be daily habits, productivity targets, physical performance, or emotional control measures. Log each metric consistently, whether it's minutes spent on focused work, completion of critical tasks, or behavioral adjustments. Use journals, apps, spreadsheets, or whatever system ensures accuracy and visibility. Review your progress weekly. Identify trends, recognize patterns of failure, and pinpoint where discipline falters. This reflection is critical. It converts raw data into strategic insight, allowing deliberate adjustments that reinforce control. For example, if consistent procrastination is observed during a specific task, implement a micro-habit or environmental adjustment to counteract it. If energy dips at certain times, adjust schedules, nutrition, or exercise to maintain peak performance. Measurement is not passive. It informs every action you take to strengthen discipline. Tracking also reinforces psychological commitment. Knowing that actions are being monitored, even by yourself, creates accountability and reduces rationalization. Each entry is a small contract with your future self, a commitment to act deliberately and consistently. Over time, this practice cultivates awareness, self-mastery, and a habit of relentless week. Dedicate 20-30 focused minutes daily to targeted improvement. Over time, these small wins aggregate into substantial achievements, and your consistency becomes a weapon. Tracking progress amplifies the effect. Record each small victory and acknowledge its impact. Recognition reinforces the behavior, encourages repetition, and conditions your mind to value discipline. Momentum feeds momentum. As you achieve consistent wins, the sense of control and capability grows, making it easier to tackle larger challenges. Weakness shrinks in the presence of measurable, for setbacks. Every defeat was analyzed, every misstep internalized as feedback for improvement. He did not waste energy on justification or complaint. He acted decisively, adapted relentlessly, and moved forward. Similarly, the most successful entrepreneurs, generals, and athletes own their outcomes completely, refusing to attribute failure to luck, timing, or external factors. Excuses are weaknesses dressed in words, and discipline is the armor that shatters them. To implement this law, adopt a no-excuses mindset immediately. Begin by listening to your internal dialogue. Every time a rationalization arises, confront it with clarity. Am I choosing not to act, or am I truly incapable? Replace every "I can't" with a deliberate "I will find a way." Transform hesitation into strategy. Analyze obstacles objectively, then design actionable steps to overcome them. Excuses are replaced with solutions, weakness with control. Accountability reinforces this practice. Track your promises to yourself and the results of your actions. Each unfulfilled commitment is a reflection of rationalization. Each completed task strengthens your authority over self and circumstance. Over time, this mindset rewires your brain, making inaction uncomfortable and accountability instinctive. Discipline becomes non-negotiable because you no longer tolerate verbal or mental surrender. Remember, the elimination of excuses is not a motivational platitude, it is a command. Excuses weaken, rationalizations paralyze, and inaction breeds failure. By taking full ownership of your decisions, you position yourself comfort, forcing adaptation under extreme stress. Repeated exposure to physical pain, sleep deprivation, and high-stakes challenges conditions the brain to tolerate discomfort and perform under pressure. Entrepreneurs, athletes, and military leaders apply the same principle in varied forms. By embracing adversity, confronting fear, and reframing stress as opportunity. Mental toughness transforms chaos into clarity, obstacles into fuel, and pressure into precision. To implement this law, begin with deliberate exercises that challenge your mind daily. Visualization is critical. Imagine high-pressure scenarios, rehearsing calm, decisive responses. Engage in controlled discomfort, cold showers, intense workouts, fasting, or public speaking challenges to expand tolerance for adversity. Each encounter strengthens mental fortitude, trains focus, and reduces fear of failure. The more you deliberately place yourself in controlled stress, the more resilient your mind becomes when real pressure strikes. In addition, practice mindfulness and self-reflection to recognize internal resistance. Identify moments of hesitation, negative self-talk, or distraction, and confront them directly. Mental toughness is not about suppressing emotion. It is about mastering it, channeling fear, doubt, and anxiety into action rather than allowing them to dictate behavior. Over time, this creates a mind that remains calm, strategic, and decisive even in the most chaotic circumstances. Daily consistency is non-negotiable. Incorporate routines that reinforce resilience, morning visualization, deliberate discomfort exercises, and reflection on challenges faced and conquered. Mental toughness compounds over time. Each small test of will strengthens the next. Weakness shrinks in the face of deliberate mental conditioning, leaving only control, focus, and unshakable discipline. Comment below with one mental toughness exercise you will commit to today. Like this video if you're ready to harden your mind and join the 1% who turn mental resilience into unstoppable power. Discipline is not punishment. It is a system of calculated effort and reinforcement. While relentless work builds strength, strategic rewards reinforce momentum, ensuring habits stick without creating dependency on fleeting motivation. The key is balance. Reward progress, not indulgence. Celebrate milestones, not excuses. The elite understand that recognition of achievement fuels further discipline, providing psychological energy to sustain unyielding focus. Successful leaders apply this principle daily. They acknowledge accomplishments without compromising standards or creating complacency. CEOs reward project completion, athletes mark performance improvements, and Discipline becomes invisible when it is woven into daily routines, guiding behavior automatically and leaving no room for weakness, procrastination, or hesitation. CEOs, military generals, and elite athletes exemplify this principle. Their days are structured meticulously, from the moment they wake to the final action before sleep. Morning routines, strict schedules, and deliberate habits are non-negotiable. Exercise, nutrition, work, reflection, and planning are embedded into the framework of daily life. Over time, these routines become instinctive. Temptation, or adversity. You no longer chase motivation. You embody it. Every day becomes an execution of power, mastery, and relentless progression. Comment below with one daily habit you will enforce to embed discipline into your life. Like this video if you're ready to transform discipline into a lifestyle and join the 1% who live with unbreakable control and relentless focus. You began this journey confronting the truth. Weakness is a silent thief. It steals your time, your influence, and your opportunities. The next level of ruthless discipline and continue transforming potential into absolute execution. Remember, discipline is not a concept. It is a lifestyle, a daily practice, and a standard of excellence. Every action, every choice, and every decision is an opportunity to reinforce it. Weakness dies when you take control. The excuses, the hesitation, the self-doubt, they have no place in a life defined by discipline. Take ownership of your thoughts, your energy, and your actions. Transform frustration into momentum, setbacks into strategy, and discomfort into resilience. The framework you now hold is a weapon, one that separates the few who act from the many who remain stagnant. Wield it without hesitation. Build a life where your focus, consistency, and relentless execution are undeniable. When you commit fully, nothing, not circumstance, not pressure, not distraction, can undermine your progress. Comment below with your first disciplined action today. Like this video if you're ready to destroy weakness, enforce relentless control, and join the 1% who operate with unstoppable power and uncompromising efficiency. Discipline is your weapon. Wield it with precision, consistency, and ruthless intent. Your future is forged by the actions you take now, and the time to dominate your own life is this moment.